The Pentagon is starting to open up about footage of UFOs taken by U.S. military personnel over the last few years. This comes as anticipation builds around the military's report about UFO sightings, which has to be presented before the U.S. Senate by next month. Here are the details. CBS News reports that the Pentagon has confirmed that strange footage taken aboard the USS Omaha in 2019 is being investigated by its UAP Task Force after Navy personnel recorded video of UAPs, or Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon, exhibiting characteristics that defy our current understanding of physics. After decades of public denial regarding UFOs, the Pentagon now admits that there's something out there, and the U.S. Senate has ordered the military to deliver a report on the mysterious sightings by June 2021. Luis Elizondo, who ran the Pentagon's top-secret UFO program, has warned the report could reveal the greatest U.S. intelligence failing since 9/11. Imagine a technology that can do 600 to 700 G-forces, that can fly at 13,000 miles an hour, that can evade radar, and that can fly through air and water and possibly space, he told CBS News. And oh, by the way, has no obvious signs of propulsion, no wings, no control surfaces, and yet still can defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity. That's precisely what we're seeing. U.S. Navy pilots told CBS News that they had encountered strange flying objects on an almost daily basis in the skies over restricted airspace off the coast of Virginia. Analysts believe the strange craft could be game-changing spy technology used by Russia or China, or devices operated by an alien civilization. Keep watching for more videos about strange and unexplained phenomena.
Whatever happens with the Storm Area 51 event, UFO hunters will at least be pleased to know that the U.S. Navy has acknowledged that UFOs do exist. Bloomberg reports that military pilots in recent years have been reporting more and more sightings of spherical flying objects, tic-tac UFOs, or as everyone now prefers to call them, unidentified aerial phenomena. According to Vice, former Blink-182 singer Tom DeLonge had posted 3 government videos of what he claimed were encounters between Navy jets and UAPs. The first one was footage of a floating oblong object that pilots recorded with their F-18 gun camera in 2004. The second, titled Gimbal, was captured on January 2015 and shows an anomalous aerial object rotating as pilots try, and fail, to make sense of what they're seeing. And the third clip, called Go Fast, was captured on the same day as Gimbal and featured a fast-flying object zipping over the surface of the water. It's all pretty fascinating, but as the crazy UFO guy who founded his own UFO watchdog group, no one took DeLonge that seriously. Well, surprise, surprise, because the Navy just came out and confirmed that while the 3 videos were never actually cleared for public release, they are in fact real and authentic. At the risk of tinfoil hat wearers up and joining a spaceship cult, however, the Navy did go on to clarify that UAPs don't necessarily mean alien or extraterrestrial. So no, Carol, ET is probably not on his way to pick you up. For all we know, someone somewhere might just be testing out a top-secret, super-classified, state-of-the-art weapon systems, or something. We still think Tom DeLonge is a crazy UFO dude, but he wins this round. Astronomer Avi Loeb just finished a new book in which he doubles down on his controversial claim that interstellar object Omumua could have been an alien craft. Here's what you need to know. Omumua is the first interstellar object ever observed by humans. It was discovered on October 19, 2017, when it was about 33 million kilometers from Earth and already heading away from Earth. Scientists were unable to get a clear picture of how the object looked, but estimate it is roughly a cigar-shaped object that entered the solar system at an unusual orbit and unusually high speed. Researchers found it hard to determine some of the phenomena displayed by the object. One scientist, Avi Loeb, published an article in 2018 stating that the object could be a life sail or probe sent intentionally to Earth's vicinity by an alien civilization. Other astrophysicists were not impressed. In 2019, an international team of researchers published a study and said they found that Omumua's properties are consistent with a natural origin. But Loeb replied in 2020 that the data we gathered on Omumua is incomplete. He added that to learn more, we must continue to monitor the sky for similar objects. According to Forbes magazine, Loeb's new book doubles down on his claim that the object could have been an alien craft. The Voyager spacecraft have found that space is more dense outside the solar system. Here is what you need to know. NASA's Voyager 2 crossed into interstellar space in November of 2018 after a 41-year voyage. but its mission is far from over. According to research published in the journal Astrophysical Letters, as Voyager 2 moves farther from our solar system, the density of space is increasing. This supports findings from Voyager 1, which entered interstellar space at a different location in 2012. The solar system's theoretical boundary is called the heliopause. An article published on NASA's website describes the heliopause as the place where the solar wind, which emanates from our sun, is no longer strong enough to push back interstellar winds from the surrounding stars. Inside is the heliosphere, a huge bubble of the sun's magnetic influence made by the solar wind that extends far beyond Pluto. This bubble was thought to be shaped like a comet with a rounded leading edge and tail as it orbits the Milky Way. The heliospheric nose is situated between the two Voyagers. But a study published in the journal Nature Astronomy in March using data from NASA missions suggests the heliosphere may in fact be shaped like a deflated croissant. A 3D simulation created using the data shows a curving central bulge with two jets caused by the solar magnetic field shooting away from it. The authors of the study write that the increase in density detected by the Voyager spacecraft could be due to interstellar magnetic fields becoming stronger as they approach and drape over the heliopause. Another theory is that the material blown by the interstellar wind might slow down and build up as it approaches the heliopause. More data is needed from the two Voyagers to try to untangle this mystery. However, as the authors of the study note, it is not certain whether the Voyagers will be able to operate far enough to distinguish between these two classes of models. Voyager mission team members estimate the spacecraft's transmitters will go quiet in the late 2020s or perhaps in the 2030s. And then they will be alone, out there in the vastness of interstellar space, until their next close encounter with a cosmic object 40,000 years from now.
Scientists may have finally solved the mystery of the tiger stripes on Saturn's moon Enceladus. According to a study published in Nature Astronomy, the Cassini probe first detected the four strange fractures on the moon's north pole when the spacecraft orbited around Saturn 15 years ago. According to the researchers, the tiger stripes are about 130 kilometers long, with fracture lines running parallel to one another, spaced at 35 kilometers apart. Lead author Doug Hemingway at the Carnegie Institute for Science says that the fissures constantly blow out water and ice, unlike any other formation known to exist on icy moons. According to the research team, the tiger stripes and the formation's strange behavior is caused by the moon's eccentric orbit around Saturn. Because Enceladus's distance to Saturn fluctuates, planetary gravity stretches and flexes the moon. This effect generates the heat that keeps Enceladus from freezing solid. The gravitational force is so powerful that it changes the shape of the moon, with the resulting stress creating the first tiger stripe on Enceladus. As the moon's surface ocean erupts through the fissure, the jets of water then freeze and fall back on the moon. The weight of the accumulated ice and snow puts pressure on the nearby ice sheet and breaks the crust on parallel lines. Those fractures become the moon's stripes.
Scientists are rethinking the limits of life on Earth after stumbling on a group of strange organisms living deep under a 900-meter thick ice shelf. The Guardian reports that researchers accidentally found a life-bearing rock after sinking a borehole through the Filchner-Ronne ice shelf to obtain a sediment core from the seabed. While the rock spoiled their chances of obtaining the core, footage from a video camera captured unexpected images of organisms living far beneath an ice shelf. Surveys of Antarctic marine life have never previously found such stationary filter feeders, which survive by ingesting food that falls down on them. It was assumed that the total darkness, the lack of food, and the freezing water was too hostile for them. Footage of the boulder shows that it is home to at least two types of sponge, one of which has a long stem that opens into a head. Organisms that look like tube worms or stalked barnacles also appear to be growing on the rock. Scientists theorize the animals feed on dead plankton that is carried more than 600 kilometers by currents before reaching them.
For more news animations and explainers, hit the subscribe and bell button to join the TomoNews family. Thanks for watching.